I ain't playing with your ass. Don't call up and play with me. I know.
Bad Cookie, what up? What up? What up?
Say, bitch.
Kurt, what up?
Say my thoughts. Cut that bitch off.
Got that potent thinking, smoking, drinking Hennessy. It got me thinking, bitch, shut up. You hear me speaking, couple shots and now we tweaking. Get you right before the weekend, bitch. Y'all keep the people geeking. Different topics there. We got the info, knowledge. We gon' drop it. Factuals. Pop a bottle open. Have a glass or two. Factuals. Speaking my mind. That's what the yak can do. Factuals. Yeah, the conversation can get sexual. We kick the facts to you. That's what them niggas scared to do. We ain't coming to front. You
What up, y'all?
This for the white and the black. We off the yakety yak. Pouring shots in my cup. We gon' throw a few back. We ain't come here to stunt. We came for yakety yak, bitch. This that yakety yak.
Hopefully y'all ready for the night.
This that yakety yak shit. Bitch on, he got that yakety
Top of the
yak
topics.
shit. Yeah, we came to yakety yak, bitch.
Pause on the mic. Definitely had to pause on the mic. Pause because I just moved it in front of me. That's a pause. What up, peoples? What up, Cookie? Love you too, baby girl. Good seeing you. We gotta get up soon. I'm gonna see you again. Come out there and check you. Make sure you're doing good. The kids is out here. The grandkids is out here over the weekend. How's everybody doing this Thursday night? Y'all here with me? I'm out here with y'all, so it's gonna be popping. I know. Oh, you saw? Nate told you? Yeah, they had a great time. Got to get them all together more often. All right, post the topics here. Go live here. Taboo Talks, what up, what up? All right, let me go live. So I'm going live on different places now. So I'll make sure I'm live everywhere. I say I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. I think I just posted something I wasn't supposed to post. I did some dumb shit just now. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's all good. There we go. 3, 2, 1, juice style. All right, so we about to get it popping. Let me post the topics here. For some reason, they always bundle up. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Facebook, on Instagram Live. Not Instagram, yeah, Instagram too, and on YouTube. Shout out to everybody tuned in on every platform. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I'm not sure if Instagram is going to cut up tonight like they always do. But we'll see. So saying my memory card is full. And I just formatted it. Are you sure you would like to? Yes. It's always something. Are you sure I have to format the microphone in this one? Yes. Format, bitch. It's not format. Fitch, what up, my G? See you on here in a second. There we go. All right. Right back on that ass with a resurrection. Now we can do that. All right, let's get it. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. Getting right, bringing y'all that infotainment with the truth. Hashtag Factuals. We live with me, your host, Vision, the man there and the meaning. I just saw the almost giving y'all that sight beyond sight. I ain't the freshest. Life is good. But I bust some super dope moves. J30. Type the bet 100 to ace. Hell a nigga, oh hell no. Fuck out my face. Woo. Sometimes it just feel refreshing just to say that. Fuck out my face. Fuck out of here. Got the mean show lined up for y'all tonight. Where my non-paying sponsors at? Let me roll out my list. You think I ain't need this shit no more? I really don't. But shout out to intuition516.com. That's intuition516.com. On IG, it's intuition_NY. You see the hat right here. They got the dad hats, the bucket hats. They got the sweatsuits. They got stuff for the kids, for the ladies, all types of stuff. Matter of fact, I think he just put out a new flight. Get your flight jackets. You know what I mean? It's just popping. Shout out to hbcuniversity.org. That's hbcuniversity.org. On IG, it's HBC University. Get your HBCU gear, whether you went to a HBCU or not. Fake it till you make it, baby. Now, I mean, shout out to showloungeentertainment.com. That's showloungeentertainment.com that was just here on Tuesday night. On IG, it's Live2Lounge. That's LIV, the number 2, lounge. You know how to spell lounge? If you don't, I don't know how to help you. It's lounging. But LIV, the number 2, lounge on IG. Shout out to Wealthy Apparel. Those my peoples right there. It's my nigga right there. Ain't seen him in a minute. But he never failed to show love. Doing big things. Shout out to Ocean's View Podcast. OSHINS View Podcast. Shout out to Riley Jade 1960. That's Riley Jade. Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, Jade, J-A-D-E, 1960. That's for your superfood-based skincare. 100% vegan and non-toxic. That's the homie right there. Doing big things. Big people do big things. Plug Nation. Shout out to Plug Nation _79. She'll be on here tonight, hopefully. If I missed anybody, I got I got the Jazz Up. Shout out to the Jazz Up. That's my homie Jazzy. She does the makeup and everything. She hook it up. Have you out there looking like all glitz and glamoured up for your glamour shots. You know she look good, so she make you look good. I know I'm missing somebody. I'm probably missing a whole lot of people. One more. Let's see. Who could I remember? Oh, shout out to Star Status Bundles. That's the homie. That's my homegirl right there. Star Status Bundles. Star Status Bundles on IG. She does the I think the hair, the hair pieces for the ladies, and she got the jewelry like the earrings and stuff like that. Check out. She doing boss things. Definitely doing big boss things. Boss moves. Let's get it popping though, y'all. Let's see. Who's on here tonight? I'm gonna join the live. Let me share the live. What the hell? Instagram app and acting up again. It's always something. IG acting up again, y'all. As usual. It's always something. Let me share the live. Make sure y'all sharing the live. Spread love. Got this new format now. I'm trying to share it. I can't just go down the line and push the buttons anymore. Now I gotta tap everybody's face. I don't mind. Let's see. All right. Sharing the live. All right, that should be good right there. Sean James, what up? Kurt Curry, what up? Let me see. Get some people's in here on live. I think my dog want to act up now. Yo. There you go. Kurt, what up, my G?
What up? What up?
What up, fam? How you?
I'm good, bro.
All right. Turn all this other shit down over here. There we go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute the other shits. There we go. All right. Yo, how your week going so far, my dude?
It's going good, bro. I just got back from Florida.
Okay.
And shit, so I'm chilling. Watching the Kentucky game.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good Florida trip.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm actually gonna be
The weather good.
I'm gonna be in Philly. I'm not sure if you're still out there. I'm gonna be out in Philly next month.
Yeah, let me know. Where you gonna be at?
I'll be lying if I told you, my man. I'll be lying
if I told you. Hit me. I'll send you my number. Hit me when you get here.
All right, no doubt. We're trying to find some spots to get into. Gonna be out there with my nephew, my cousins. Know what I mean? Hit some little after hour spots. Some upscale shits. We ain't trying, know what I mean?
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, we ain't our younger selves no more, Kurt. So, know what I mean?
Listen, I don't even go out like that, and I live here now. Like, so you're right.
Hey, listen, I listen. I get it. My younger days, I'd have like, let's hit all the spots up. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I mean, I know there's everywhere that I could be in Nebraska. Now I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Taboo talk,
hey.
girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. For some reason, you're buffering on the screen. Can you see her, Kurt? Is she buffering on your screen?
I took my video. I turned it off because it's dark in here, and then I sent my dog outside.
There you go. All right, so without waiting,
is it still going?
No, it's better now. There you go. Without waiting, let me go ahead and start the screen share. Screen recording. I meant my bad. That's a screen share. For some reason now I got Kurt buffering. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So
I'm buffering.
It got, for some reason, like it has you, like it has your screen doing that, but I can hear you. I don't know, man. This shit is it's Instagram, but let's do it like this, y'all. What up, Whitney? You want to join in on the live? Anybody wants to join in on the live? Send the request. I'll join you in. So tonight's topics. I hear feedback. Somebody got the TV on or radio?
Yeah, I'm about to mute my TV.
Appreciate it. So tonight's topics, we got when do you allow, and this is actually something that Taboo, shout out to Taboo Talks. When do you allow your boundaries to be broken? So that's one. When do you allow your boundaries to be broken? That kind of stemmed from Tuesday's topic. We're not. There wasn't a topic on Tuesday, but the conversation we was having. Are you still there, Taboo?
I can hear it. Just kind of.
Okay.
It's like in and out.
Okay. So that might on that part that might be me. How about? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, that's better. All right, so we got, when do you allow your boundaries to be broken? Shout out to you for sending me that. We got, do you want equality in your relationships? We have, do you ever forget when someone hits below the belt or a cheap shot in the argument or conversation that you're having? We got, what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent? And we also have what's the best ranking to date? Y'all want to start off a little lighter? Y'all want to just go for the gusto? Let me share. Make sure y'all share the live. Get the live shared out there. Let me share out to little people. So.
Who want to go first?
Which one you want to do, Taboo?
I would say, let's go for the boundaries.
Boundaries for 100, Alex. All right, so let's we'll go with the boundaries. Let's see. Two Tone, what up? Go Knicks. Are we on right now? So you want to start off with that one? When do you allow your boundaries to be broken? I actually wanted to go with that one like second. So I know it's going to take over a majority of the show.
All right, we can go. We can do another one. So list the other ones. What other ones did you have again? Because it was kind of choppy.
All right. Do you want equality in your relationships? I have what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent? What's the best ranking to date? And do you ever forget when someone hits below the belt or gives you a cheap shot in an argument or conversation?
What about the inconsistent?
Let's go with that one, the inconsistent parent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go with that. Two Tone, what up? So let's go with that, y'all. So let's yeah, okay, there we go. So let's go with what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent? And the reason why I ask this is because I actually read someone talking about this today, and there was talking about they don't know which one is worse. And I'm like, well, first off, they both are worse. They both are worse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion. Like, on like, there's no comparing. They both worse. Like, you getting the bad end of the stick either which way if you're the child.
Pause. But yeah.
Yeah, my fault. Pause. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, you're right. I mean, we're never right on the show, but it's all our opinions, especially on something like this because it's asking which is worse. So this is basically opinionated, you know.
Yeah.
So because they're playing with the kids' feelings, and I feel the same way. I feel they both was worse, but I also feel that if I had to choose one, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let Taboo go, and then I'm reading what what Two Tone said. He said, "Can't miss what's in the picture, but what's not in the picture, right? But you can't miss." But you can miss what's yeah. So like he said inconsistent. I agree with him as well. So go ahead, finish up, Kirk. My bad, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I have to choose one, I'm going with the inconsistent parent more so than the absent parent, because at least the inconsistent parent shows up sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it's messed up, but yeah, I go with the inconsistent parent.
You think the inconsistent parent is worse or the absent parent is worse?
The absent parent is worse.
Okay. Taboo.
I would say I would prefer when it comes down to inconsistent parent versus a parent that's never there. I would prefer someone that's never there, because when it comes down to children, having someone that's like having broken promises and then they wishing on, you can't miss nothing. You can't miss someone that that is something that they never had.
Right.
So you can always have a parent. Another parent can replace that inconsistent parent.
Facts.
Okay. I'm dealing with that now. I have children that I got out the foster system, and just by us stepping up and replacing their biological parents, and now their parents want to actually step in and want to see them. That's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, because they don't know them, and it's just going to be like a weekend thing, or it breaks down people emotions, and even grown-ups have problems now to today of their fathers or mothers. You know, it's just having something that's not consistent. That's more bothersome than anything than having someone that's just never been there. They probably would prefer for someone not to be there than to just have someone that's not consistent in their life. Consistency is very important in someone's life. They probably would prefer someone just not to be there. I would.
Okay.
My personal opinion.
But y'all know we said to both of those types of parents.
Hey man, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
but I'm in agreement in all aspects here. I think they both are worse, like Kurt initially said. If I had to choose one, I would say inconsistent parent is worse. But I also say the absent father, not just father, absent parent is worse. I'll say they both are worse. And I would lean more towards the inconsistent side. And the reason why I say that is because I'm the product of an absent parent. And my father wasn't there. He was there for the first few years of my life, maybe like 2-3 years of my life. And then he was a glass maker, you know? So basically it's like when you're a kid and you're growing up, I worked with kids for a long time. And I've actually seen the effects on the child of when the father or mother is there or not there or inconsistent, because I see both sides of it, and from the father and mother, and I see it from when they're like this in and out of the child's life. Did I say that twice? When they're not there, when they're in and out of the child's life. And I mean, I can't make a comparison on which one or out of those kids, but I know for myself personally, like I grew up with a lot of hate. I grew up fighting a lot. Grew up thinking that my fathers didn't care. And honestly, no matter what he tells me, he doesn't care. You know? Because if you did care, you'll be there. To me, it's like in my opinion, even if you're in a fucked up state, like sometimes caring this saying, I knew I couldn't be the person I needed you to that you needed me to be. But then like, why the fuck did you have us? But
why would you care?
Yeah, why would you have us? Like, yo, nigga, wear a fucking condom. And the reason why I say that he didn't care is because he had 3 of us, and then it didn't stop there. He had 3 of us with my mom, but then he had a good 15 to 16 plus kids. So he has a lot of kids. He has a fucking a football team, and so basically, and took care of none of them. So it's the same thing, huh?
I gotta go real quick. I'll get back on in a sec.
All right, pause.
All right.
All right, fam. I'll see when you come back.
All right.
So to me, it's like, if you're inconsistent and you're in and out of the child's life, now the child get a chance to see you, and then you get a chance to make promises to that child, and then you get a chance to break promises to that child. Then that child is like, damn. Now the child got to grow up thinking like, damn, why are they breaking these promises? Why don't they like me? Or why don't mommy like me? Why don't daddy like me? Why don't mommy love me? Why don't daddy love me? Why isn't daddy here? Why isn't mommy here? Like, to me, when they get a chance to start asking those questions because they see you come around sometimes and now they get hyped up about you being there, and then you break their fucking heart, that's the reason why I lean towards the inconsistent parent is worse than the absent parent, because like both of y'all said,
right,
that absent parent never got a chance to make those promises. That absent parent never had a chance to show you a possibility of what could be in your life and then to let you down. Living, what up, bro?
I had a question. I see a black screen, bro. Instagram be Instagramming, bro.
Yeah, it's Instagramming.
Yo, it's wild.
So right
Who
now,
that?
so we got Taboo Talks on here. That's Fitz fam.
Salute.
Right. So right now we're talking about what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent. So matter of
I
fact,
mean, I'm a parent.
my apologies, peoples. Taboo Talks. Introduce yourself to the people, baby girl.
Hi everyone. I'm working on starting a podcast myself, but it's just taking some time for me, and I'm just really just watching everything and learning myself. And this is new to me, but I'm just enjoying it actually. And I am Fitch's niece. So yeah.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
Yeah.
we're not with that intro, okay? We're not going with that intro.
Yeah, I know.
We're not
Look,
gonna do that.
we are two different. We're two different people.
Nah.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna
me,
say something.
Fitch is loved on the
me,
show,
me,
man. Fitch is
look, me and Uncle Fitch, we two different people.
Fitch
I
is
was saying,
loved.
I'm gonna put
Fitch is
something
loved
in
on the show.
here.
Fitch is fam. I'm just fucking with you with that. But Livin, introduce yourself to the people, fam.
There's also here from Brooklyn, New York. Um, I just wanted to start through and say what up because I'm about to eat this pizza and, and lay the fuck down for a second. But yeah, man. I didn't hear everything y'all was talking about, but
So no, just give
I
you a
just
thing. So the topic is what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent?
coming from a parent myself. Um, I mean, a parent in the household. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fuck boy, so I mean, I'm with my kids. So I don't know how to answer that question. But you said an inconsistent parent. Well,
An absent
I
parent.
don't know. I mean, what's worse? An absent parent, I guess. If I have to check A, B, C, or D, of course. Um, I would say, yeah, an absent parent would be
Hey,
the worst.
yo!
I already said pause,
I
nigga.
know,
We
but
gonna do
I had to
that.
push the button on that one.
um, I mean, I think the absent parent would be the most. If I had to think about it, yeah, absent parent will be the most detrimental to like the child, in my opinion. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, what's your reasoning behind it?
Because you're not there. What you mean? Like you're not in the house.
Okay.
What you want to teach them? Like there's little things that need to be taught, especially as a man to a little boy and stuff. You know, little boys need to learn certain things. You know, um, little girls they got their mom. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's just the family aspect of things. I guess. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
My fault. I'm making pizza. But yeah, I mean, I think yeah. I don't know what else to say about that one.
Shout out to Mama Romas and fuck you for keep saying pizza on here, knowing goddamn well we talked about this shit earlier.
Hold on.
Ah shit.
Ah. Listen, I don't know how long you will be online for, but I'm about to go in on this pizza. Hit you back later.
Man, stay
Send
on
me to the
pause,
chat.
stay on the live while you eat your pizza, man. We got to have this conversation,
Nah,
man.
hold on.
So,
Send me to the chat. I'm gonna eat this pizza and chill.
cut your camera off, man. Cut your camera off. He about to tear that. He about to be Cookie Monster on that pizza. Hum, num, num, num. But either way, to me, either way you answer this, you're not wrong because they both,
Right.
to me, they both are worse. It's
Right.
depends on how you see things and what you may deem maybe more like detrimental to you, I guess, when it comes to a topic like this. So that's the reason why I say both, because like I said, I've been the product. Honestly, I've been the product of both because of at one point my father was in the household and then he left
Mm-hmm.
and then he wasn't there anymore. And I would see him every once in a while. So I guess that's a product of absent and inconsistent. But honestly,
Right. But
inconsistent.
it also,
Go ahead.
I was saying it really affects. I hate to say it like this, not being biased, but it really affects. I noticed like in the men area, like it really affects men also, like as they get older. even though they be like, I'm not going to be the person that my father or mother was to me. But you can even see it in a relationship issue.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? Like, they lack areas because of the inconsistency that their parents were like that to them.
Okay.
And that's like red flags in relationships. You hate to say it, but until they heal from it, they have to be able to heal in order for them to have a successful relationship.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy because I spoke about this many a times. Like, a lot of people think that, and because they're telling themselves in their minds, "Oh, I'm done with this," that they're really done with it, and they're not really done with it. Truth of the matter is, when you're telling yourself that, you're just trying to convince yourself that, and you're more so likely to not be done with it. Because, like, if you can't admit that you haven't done, that you're not healed from something or moved on from something or whatever, most of the times that you're just masking it. And that's worse because now you're taking that shit to the next situation, like whether the next kid, the next relationship, the next, job, like whatever it is that you're going into next, you're taking that into your next walk of life. And if you don't take the time to really heal, like on Tuesday, I was supposed to do this 3 weeks ago and 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to have a conversation with Mr. Anytime Anywhere. Hopefully he joins in tonight. And it was going to talk about those things, about the mental health and the awareness of who you are being in that moment. And what that means is, who am I being right now? Am I being someone who's vulnerable? Am I being someone who's closed off? Am I being someone who's defensive? Am I being someone who's open? It's like, who are you being in the moments of the conversations that you're having, even with yourself? Who are you being in those moments? We all experience different beings in different moments, and he's gonna break it down for everybody on Tuesday. So Tuesday, if y'all could tune in Tuesday, it will be a very, very, very powerful conversation. Because of the walks of life that we both have been through. That's my cousin, first off, so I know, but actually from other things as well. And I'm not just promoting that because he's my cousin. I'm saying because I think it benefits a lot of people because I went through it myself. Benefited me. So if it benefited me, I believe it could benefit someone else. And I'm not the one to be like, you know what? I'm good because I got mine, so fuck everybody else.
Right.
I'm the type to say,
yeah, but I definitely agree because a lot of people definitely lack a lot of this information because of they haven't healed and I've seen it in a lot of people and I think this conversation definitely needs to be had because of this right here of neglect of childhood or someone that's not bringing consistency in their lives.
So let me ask you something real quick. So we talked about it from the parent perspective, right? But let's talk about it from any type of relationship. Like, have you dealt with somebody who's inconsistent in your life, and then also dealt with somebody who's like just is absent? Like whether it could be a parent, it could be a family member, it could be someone who was intimate, like or a friend. Like, talk to me about that. Like, tell me about a time like you dealt with somebody who's inconsistent to you or someone who was absent, and then how did you feel about that? Baker, what up, baby girl? Let me try.
Yeah, I definitely dealt with that. I dealt with that in family members. I dealt with that, with siblings. I dealt with that with friends.
Okay.
And it's kind of it's hurtful because of the simple fact that when you dealing with that, you got to look at the point like what area are you in your life at that point?
Right.
You know, because some people come into your lives and you got to see like what like the where I was in my life at that point. What did they need from me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And
Facts.
it was kind of like a using thing, you know, and or they had no more use of the relationship or the friendship that we had, or and then it was like once that was done, then they come back like years from now. It was kind of hurtful, and now I have friends now that's back in my life, and now you know I try to understand it, but the relationship is not the same because of the inconsistency. So I don't know. It's hard, but once it's something that I saw from DMX, and it was like you trust people from is what they show you, you know, because that's my biggest thing with trusting people. And I've learned from whatever you show me
Gotta drop a bomb for you.
that
That.
yeah, yeah. So it's like that's where I lean to right there.
Okay. So like, yeah, so like I'm with you with that. And when you talked about the DMX thing, that was a strong piece because he talked about the parents that wasn't Mako, what up? Was it Towns, what up? Towns 873, what up? How you doing? How you doing? So like if y'all want to join in right now, we're talking about what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent. If you want to join in on the live, type in join and I'm gonna join you in or request to join. So with the DMX thing, he talked about, you know, how his parents wasn't like, you know, who was and wasn't there, whatever the inconsistencies in his life. But then he talked about the person that he was able to trust. And that person was the one that he was able to trust because they gained his trust. And that same person that gained his trust was the same person that crossed him. And that's the reason why he got addicted to drugs at 14 years old. Toya, how you doing, baby girl? Dream, what up, my G? Yo, if y'all want to join in, let me see if I can join some people in. I'm just going to just randomly pick people to join in, see if they want to join in. If you want to join in, join, but you can cut your camera off if you want to. You don't have to have your camera on. But I want to get people's feedback on this. What's worse? Yeah, they laced the dude laced DMX's joint, like his blunt. 14 years old. He didn't want to smoke it in the first place, but they gave it to him and he smoked it. And since then he's been that 1 minute and I'm cool. Next minute, I'm a border nigga, whipping. I mean, like, it hurt me to my heart when DMX passed away.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah. It's deep. It's deep, you know. And you have to when it comes down to like, you know, trusting people and consistency of friendships, relationships, you know, it goes really deep. And he said you gotta trust the snake to do what it do and it goes very deep when it comes down to stuff like that. And consistency means a lot because you have to be stern and solid when it comes down to friendships, relationships, everything. And without consistency, you can't go nowhere with anything.
Living, what up, fam? What up? That's my big brother right there. So right now we're talking about what's worse, an inconsistent parent or an absent parent. Honestly, I like I said, I lean more towards the inconsistent parent being worse. However, Angel, what up? However, if you say that the absent parent is worse, I'm not going to disagree with you neither because I'm the product of an absent parent. And at the same time, I think I'm the parent of an absent and then an inconsistent parent. Well, inconsistent first and then an absent parent. So I might have felt both sides of it. So I understand that, like, listen, you don't want to have, if you have a parent that's not there, you may grow up thinking that they never loved you and never been there for you. But then if you grew up thinking like having a parent there and then they're not there, then they're there sometimes and they're not there, it's like, and they're breaking promises. I think, honestly, I think that has more of an impact. But that's just my thoughts. But what are y'all's? Angel,
Yes,
how you doing, baby girl?
I am having an allergy attack that is kicking my ass. That's why my light is off. I can't even let you. It looked like I done got
hi.
We can't
been in
see
a
you right
boxing
now.
fight and got blown by
There
something.
you go. But look, tell the people who you are, then let's talk about this, all right?
All right. This is Angel. Hey, y'all. I'm not feeling the best.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
she said, Angel. Hey, yeah.
Look, I'm trying to do the natural honey and tea to get rid of this, but it's like, oh my God.
I'm gonna bring you a hot toddy. I'm gonna bring you a hot toddy. I got you. It's gonna knock all that shit out. Got you.
I don't know if it's going to take me out my eye. I don't, the pollen to kick my ass.
Yeah, but like if all you gotta
Hey,
do
I'm
is
sorry.
if you take a bottle of cognac and just like
No.
what did he say? He said I can't do that. Now play. Now play. But
So what's today?
so right now, and we're about to switch, but I want to hear your thoughts on this first before we switch. Right now, we're talking about what's worse, an absent parent or an inconsistent parent. So Mako says your parent can be in your life, but don't do anything for you. That's facts. They're one and the same. It's facts, and that's what I was explaining. But go ahead. What's your take on that, Angel?
Ooh, I'm like a two mirror on this. Okay. You can have an active parent, but if they're a single parent, they have too many responsibilities where sometimes they're going to miss a lot of things on their child's life. So with that, they have to be as consistent as possible and making sure that they're always seen, even if it's through the school, the friends. All my daughter's friends know me. They know, that I'm always on it if I, and I'm one of those safe houses for our kids to come to, because I don't believe in like half the stuff that we're dealing with, especially like if you're in a full white community and it's not a lot of black kids there. I really believe we have to stick on helping each other out versus beating each other down. Now with the inconsistent parents, it could be a lot of reasons why that they're inconsistent, and as much as it may hurt, yeah, the state is trying to make us do more and make the parents that are inconsistent stand up and have to pay child support or even arrest them for it. But sometimes it's making things more harmful than help.
Okay.
And two, now the law is changing. DOJ is starting to make sure these parents are being held responsible. As you see, the parents who just got arrested and is being charged for their son with the gun scenario. But that now it's coming out about a whole bunch of mental illness and depression. But the wife was also having problems too.
Yeah. I don't like this whole mental illness thing. And that's gonna be a whole different wormhole. So I don't really want to tackle that. I know
Mm-hmm.
mental illness is a thing. However, it's too easy to say mental illness when someone goes and does like some wild shit. But that's not tonight's topic. We're not going to talk about it tonight. I need someone to text me that so I can talk about that. We could talk about that next week, if y'all don't mind.
I'm saying, but yeah, that's what I feel.
Anzanovia, how you doing, Anzanovia? Okay.
It's like a three-edged sword with that one. It's too many possibilities, and if you don't have a community, now you need a community behind you just for one child.
Right.
So being a friend to your parents, to your friends, parents, to have a little bit more knowledge is helpful too. Because sometimes that child may be in fear or uncomfortable to tell their own parent, but they'll tell you, where you can go ahead and then hint to that parent, hey, this is what's going on. You might want to keep an eye out for. These things are very important, especially in high school.
Okay. So like I talked about like my pops a lot of times. Like I was raised in a single parent household since I was about 3 years old. When I was younger, I actually slept in a drawer. Funny story, like I actually slept in the fucking drawer. I mean, but it's like My father, and I talked about like the stories you develop in your mind as a child is what you live off of, what you thrive off of growing up. It's what pushes you. So if you grew
But
up
that goes
saying
back to imaginatory. The people don't have their kids imagine it. We make them face the world too soon right now.
they're gonna face it regardless, but I get what you're saying. But they're gonna face it regardless. Why? Because you cannot stop them from coming up with thoughts in their mind about whatever it is that they think. You can try to guide it. They're still gonna come up with. It's called like that's why it's called like history, his story, like my story, mystery. Like it's all a part of your thoughts and what you decide to run with. Like it's like if you ever been in a relationship with somebody, an intimate one, and because like somebody used to do a lot of things for you in the beginning, and then they stop, and you're like, oh, you don't care about me no more because you don't do this no more, you don't do that, and it's like in their mind, it's like, yeah, but I picked up extra shifts at work because you decided that you wanted to go to school or you wanted to do this, and it's like I did that so I could pay for that for you. You know, and it's like, but instead of talking about it, you develop a story in your mind, and that's why they say like no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Have y'all all heard that before?
Yeah.
But no one tells you that that weapon that's formed against you, the biggest weapon is your tongue and your mind. The reason why I say your tongue is because the tongue is the sharpest sword there is. Rhonda,
Hear no evil, see no evil. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's very important too.
there it is. And also your eyes as well, like you said. So it's all senses, right? Your mind, your tongue. You speak things into existence, but your mind will have you thinking things that may not necessarily be the case.
Right.
And because you think it, to you, it's the reality. So a lot of times people say, oh, my mother ain't around, my father ain't around. They don't give a fuck about me. Fuck them for life. Da 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 da. I'm never gonna be like that. However, sometimes it may be the parent that's there who's been the parent that held them away from you. You don't know that though.
That's true. But I mean, you got to think too. Sometimes it could be like how one of my friends, their parent was a real bad alcoholic, and they had ended up raping one of their other children. So the mother, she had to be a safeguard.
Yeah.
Stuff like that you got to think about. You never know a person's full background of what's going on in their home.
Yeah, I get it. And that's not what I'm saying, but that is a strong point. Like when it comes to situations like that, yes, you got to make a decision.
Uh-huh.
If they done something to actually harm their kids, then yes, you got to protect the kids.
You can harm your child just by drinking too much in front of them.
Like I drank, right?
Not, but I mean, you don't do it
No.
too strong.
What I'm saying is this: like my daughter is gonna develop something based off of her seeing me drink.
Possibly.
No. There's no possibility.
I don't agree.
No. There's no possibility about it. She is going to develop
I,
something that.
I don't agree with that because okay, um, just because I could see like I think like just because your children now I can understand like if your child hear you say a curse word, right? And then that's like a repeated factor. They always hear you curse. And then they go and they mimic you. You understand? But if they don't know that that's the alcohol beverage, like I drink wine, but I don't tell my kids that's wine. Like I will tell her, she'll say, "Mom, what's that?" And I'll tell her, "Well, you can't drink this." Or I'll go get her sparkling. It's a sparkling juice, like for kids.
Well, just
and I'll get her.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll get her like some sparkling juice or something like that. Like for Valentine's Day or something. And I don't tell her that it's wine, or if I get to the point where if I want some like a mixed drink, I won't show her the bottle that what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So she don't know. Only thing she see is the pretty glass.
Let me ask you something. So based off of what you said, right? And the reason why I tell my daughter, so my daughter knows that when my daughter asks, "What you drinking?" This is daddy's drink. This is something that you cannot have. This is an adult's drink. You can have these things that are suitable for children. So she'll say, "Oh, my daddy has his daddy drinks." But like, thing is, at a certain point, they're gonna see those drinks, and if they're not put on to what you're doing, somebody's gonna offer them that shit. Whether
Yeah.
they're preteen, a teen, early 20s, somebody's gonna offer them a drink, and if you're not protecting them from that in the early stages, they're not gonna know how to be defensive against it, or they may
That's,
just.
I agree.
So the thing is,
But I guess my children are so young, so
so I let my daughter know, like, look, these are the drinks that daddy has, and reason why. This is the reason why. At this point in your life, boom, 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 boom. I mean, so I break things down to her. I talk to her like she's an adult. And the reason why is because I'm not raising her to be a child. I'm raising her to be an adult, a responsible adult. Now, if she winds up drinking when she becomes an adult, that's not failure on my part because I grew up and I drank. That's not failure on my mother's part. Some people drink, some people don't. Some people smoke, some people don't. It doesn't mean that you're a failure as a parent. It just means that that's what
So
they do.
are you gonna be one of those parents that's gonna allow your child to drink with you when they get older? That's
Um,
like I get upset when I see like some of these teens smoking with their parents. I think that
nah,
is the most
don't.
disrespectful thing
I
in the
don't think
world.
you should get upset. And the reason why is because that child chose to do what they chose to do.
So you gonna pass the blunt? You gonna pass the dutchie to the left hand side for your daughter? I wouldn't.
Well, I don't smoke, but the thing is, it's like when my daughter becomes of age to drink, if she decides that she's drinking, I mean, I'll sit down and have a drink with my daughter and have a conversation with her
Okay.
because it's relatable at that time.
Okay.
So you can't like see. I think, and because I thought at one point I would hell no, I never do that. But I think that we're missing the mark on is that you gotta meet your kids where they are. You gotta meet your kids where they are. You gotta be able to relate to your kids. And if you shun them, they're gonna go do more so what you don't want them to do.
I do agree with that method because I have a 14-year-old that's about to be 15. Now I tell him just about everything, but like with my little girls, I kind of, you know, I don't tell them so much because I have a 5-year-old who's she's very open to a lot of stuff, and she goes to school and stuff, and she repeats everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of watch and limit, what I say to her. But yeah, if she got us some age and stuff, no, I wouldn't drink with them or anything of that nature because I want to remain a parent type relationship with her, with my children.
I think you can still draw the line. See, like some people want to be so cool with their kids that they do whatever their kid wants them to do just to maintain coolness and try to think that they got the upper hand of a parent. That's normally when it's a
Mhm.
divided household or separation,
Right.
divorce, like not living in the same house. Like, that's normally in the cases like that.
They need to bring back ass whooping.
But when you shit, they bring back. When is this? I mean, some kids in households never stop.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, what are you unison with? See, like a lot. See, what people do is, and this is how you could tell where someone is in their life. When households separate, right? And there was
Mhm.
direction set for that child, the other parent would go out of their way to do everything opposite of what the direction was set for that child.
Yes. Yes.
And that's how that
I
parent right
agree.
there is the one that's hurt. That's probably the parent that did this shit to make that relationship end. On the real. That's probably the parent that
Mhm.
did this shit to make that relationship end.
Mhm.
That is also the person who can't get over this shit. That's also the parent who is weak-minded. That's also the parent who's probably the worst of parents when it comes to structure, development, and everything else when it comes to your child becoming an adult, because they're moving off of triggers and emotions rather than, and I'm not just saying this for the ladies, it's not just the women, it's the men sometimes too. It's the women sometimes, it's the men sometimes. What I'm saying is, you got to understand that when things are set forth for the child, like, oh no, my child is gonna be heavy in education, but when they go to the other parent's house, oh, you know what? You're not with your mother, or you know what? You're not with your father. Fuck them books. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. When shit like that's happening behind the scenes, it's like, and then you know about it, you realize that that parent is the one who really is the problem, and
Mhm.
they're gonna be a problem. So like, that is actually the equivalent of a inconsistent parent, because of the fact that you those type of parents treat that child as a friend more so than as their child. When you treat your
Mhm.
child as a friend, you're gonna find out that that child's gonna see you as a friend. And you're gonna get cursed the fuck out. Mommy, your breath stink. Daddy, daddy, you ain't shit. What?
Mhm.
Everything you done to me. You know, that's when that's when it goes down in the DM.
Mhm.
Who's that? Who's that? Make over there? Who else is on this live? This is buffering like a futtermucker. Angel.
Huh? I'm
So
here.
so what's your take on that, Angel?
Um, I beat ass, so we don't have those problems. My child knows we could have the best of times and have great mommy time, but you still will get your ass beat and checked. And if it's still some lip coming, guess what? That's gonna fall too. You know I'm Midwest all day. I'm
Yeah.
not playing with.
Hey, that's what it is. Shout out to Facebook, shout out to YouTube, shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Instagram, whatever channel you tuned in on. Shout out to y'all. If you're on YouTube or whatever, make sure y'all click that subscribe button down below. Subscribe. Tune in every week. Click it bell. Make sure that make sure like the shit that's around the bell is like, it's like this. It's pat your weave, ladies. Pat. No.
Hypersize it. Yeah.
So we might actually move on from this conversation.
Okay.
Mojo, what up? Mojo on?
I don't know.
I think Instagram is fucking up. But let's do this. Thank y'all for tuning in to hashtag Factuals, your one stop for information and entertainment. We call that infotainment and the finest of fuckery. I'm not sure if this is going to cut me off in like a few minutes, in like a minute or two. If it does, I'll come right back in to do my second, to do the second round of it, because Instagram's been Instagramming. But let's get into the next one. And this is a real one. We actually kind of touched on it. Pause. Or was it Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. When do you allow your boundaries to be broken? When do you? Where's Mojo? I'm trying to join Mojo in the live.
When there's emergency calling for help. But if it ain't nothing that's
No,
like
not an
any.
emergency. When you allow your boundaries to be broken. So basically, like, yo, if you're somebody that say, you know what, I would never deal with somebody that cheats on me, or I would never deal with this, I would never deal with that. Thank you for having this. Or you know what? Or this is something I cannot fuck with, or I will never rock with in my life. When you
Yeah, I don't
allow
know.
that to now be the case.
You got to think of it this way, especially because you have a little girl. So certain things you're not going to want her to see. You're going to want her to always see, okay, my daddy's this much of a gentleman. My daddy's my superhero. My daddy, because she's always going to have it in her head
I'm always
that
gonna
daddy
shoot.
does no wrong. Huh?
I said I'm always gonna shoot. Back.
Yeah.
Mojo, try exiting, pause, and then coming back in, pause. Please. If you don't mind. Go ahead, Andrew.
Um. So it's certain things that you have to be a model of. So I know I can't deal with dating a person who's an alcoholic. Because I don't want to be abused. Most alcoholics are abusive. And they don't even realize their own strength when they're that gone on the juice.
Said the most alcoholics are abusive. Sheesh. Well,
Because they don't realize their strength at the time.
now let me ask you: when you say abusive, physical, mental, any type?
Well, I've dated one for 4.5 years. And it could be a little bit of mental and physical. And then sometimes it could just be their oops. Because, like, he would be so drunk running in the house and not making it to the bathroom. I don't know what it was about always going and pissing in the closet. But who's stuck to clean that shit up because you don't want to smell piss all night? You got to think of certain physical things that will, agitate your mind. Um, Stuff like that, it bothered me a lot. Or you always having to pick them up because they're falling somewhere and you're trying to help them up and they push you away because they don't realize their strength at the time. I don't like dealing with that.
So let me give
I'm
you
not.
let me give you a let me give you a quick hashtag factuals facts. So it's like from alcohol domestic abuse statistics, it says the World of Health and Organization, which is WHO, estimates that roughly 55% of domestic abuse perpetrators were drinking alcohol prior to assault. Women who are abused are 15 more times likely to be likely to abuse alcohol. So I guess that is most.
Yeah. And then sometimes you got those that's premeditated. They done got their ass beat so many times. Women become premeditated after so long. I'm not going to let them beat on me today. I'm going to hide his liquor. I'm going to do this to try to be protective of both them and you, but you don't have no choice. And then they might snap.
Yeah.
Like they show a lot of times when women snap because of the fact of how much they had dealt with just trying to be a healthy person at the time.
Because here I am. I was like, shit. Most of people drink because of the problems they having. They go to drink the coke. However,
Exactly.
but the other side of that is when they get back home.
Yep.
And they got that Pac juice, well, I can't say Pac because Pac wasn't abusive to women, but they got that battery in their back, that energizer buddy. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not funny at all.
No, it's not.
However, it's like shit. Like when people need that, when people start drinking, sometimes you have different type of drunks. You got the violent drunk, and normally normally that's when they're off the dark liquor. For one time, and they was calling the Pac juice, and everything comes back to Pac for some. Pac is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. But it's like, damn, why they got called at the Pac? Because Pac wasn't abusive, but I get it. But they call it the Pac juice. But it's like because of that battery getting their back, and now all of a sudden they feel as though they could take on the world.
Yeah.
It's a false sense of reality. So now it's the alter ego to who you are. If you're a pushover and that juice make you real violent, and you're not that way when you're sober, like then juice, you could probably tell.
Yeah, some people call it courage juice.
Zach's.
Wow, you know, I've seen a lot of alcoholics in my time, and a lot of people that drink, and I I never really seen too many alcoholics that were abusive, but I've seen them, you know, very abusive. Well, I have abusive at the mouth. That's what I've seen. Like
Verbal
I've seen
abuse.
my own.
Verbal abuse.
That's the same verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. That, but it was more like, you know, I had my drunk uncle, and they used to always. And I used to live with one of my drunk uncles, and they were more. Look, they were always like, as they would call them, like shit talkers. And so it was more of, I was around abusive women. So I was on the side where it was more abusive women than the men. They were just drunks. And yeah, so the men used to be so drunk than the women, you know. But when you talk about the boundaries, that when they're broken, and you see like the things that you think that you would never put up with, because it was things that I thought I would never put up with, and you do it because of you have children, or sometimes you afraid to start over, and you like, you know, dang, I don't want to start over. It's too much to invest in. Uh, just starting over. You know, is that's one thing for a woman. I think that takes a lot. We put in so much time.
Yeah,
That for me.
I just did it. I lived it for 5 years. It was the hardest thing in my life.
Yeah. Yes, and I think it is for a lot of us women. Is just, especially when you got kids involved, and like we have a home, and it's just like, and I have, like I said, I just got 3 extra kids added onto myself, and we have, you know, other kids, and it's like, dang, if I have to start over, I don't want to do that again, and the things that I thought I would never put up with, and I'm taking it, because usually I would have been gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that when you right there.
See what?
Just when you take on things that you know you would have never did.
See, I don't want to put that on one side. I don't want to say, like, when you say most of you women, like, I don't want to put that on one side, because think about
you can have a jealous man. He be so.
I'm about to say, think how much men go through that. Men honestly go through that probably more than women, because women initiate things like divorce more than men. I mean, however, sometimes it is the men's fault, sometimes it's not. What I'm gonna say is, like, I don't want to put a measuring stick on it. Pause. Like, I want to say that, yeah, we all go through it, because I don't want to empathize one way towards the other, you know, more so than else. I don't want to. I don't want anybody to neglect the other side.
Well, they could be a person like I was. Like you feel like you're being so helpful that you actually go with them to AA meetings, and you try to be supportive, and you see that they're so embarrassed that they stop coming. It could be it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of it could be a struggle
I
for
get
both
it.
parties.
Or it could be a person like I was. And where you realize the things that was a factor in their life, and you offer, you know, it's gonna cut off in 20 seconds, y'all. So we'll come right back in, and you offer suggestions, and you offer these other things, and you wind up being the enemy because you realized and offered it, and now you're the bad guy. So
Yep, because you were the helper and you were the closest person to them.
exactly. So, yo, it's cutting off in 10 seconds. We're gonna end it right here. I'll bring it right back in for another hour, and then we'll be done. All right. So everybody join right back in.
Okay.
And it back to the live, y'all. What's y'all thoughts so far? What's y'all thoughts on it? Inconsistent parent versus absent parent. Right now, I'm talking about something completely different right now. We're talking about allowing your, when you allow your boundary to be broken. Kind of like got off of that, but we're gonna get right back into that right now. When do we allow your boundaries to be broken? Do you have boundaries? Do you understand what boundaries are? Have you set boundaries? See, a lot of people think that the number one cause for divorce is like finances or infidelity. You know what I mean? It's not even the case. It's failed communication on expectations, which are boundaries. That's the number one when it comes down to it. And then you got things like, well, failed expectations when it comes to boundaries. I guess that's a one. And then you got the 1A, like, oh, I'm just not happy here. Your happiness has nothing to do with the person that you're with. It really doesn't. So anybody saying, yes, it does. If I ain't happy with them, that means you're not happy with them. But that also has to do with the happiness within yourself. You can't be happy with somebody else if you ain't happy within yourself. That's impossible to do. It will never happen. If you're not happy within yourself, you can't be happy with someone else. Let's cut that out. I've heard people say, oh, if you're not happy, why don't you just leave? Same motherfuckers are not even married, or have never been married, don't understand marriage, or are not happy within their marriage. But they haven't left. It's so easy to tell somebody to leave a situation rather than to Holyfields up, them Tysons up, and fight for it. Because a lot of times the people who tell you it's so easy to leave is the ones who don't know how to fight themselves. Mentally, verbally, physically. It's a mental immaturity, a physical immaturity, a verbal immaturity that keeps them in that mindset that's where like, just run. Run for it, run for it, run. Shout out to my bottle. Been holding me the fuck down. Fuck y'all couch. Share this live to a few more people real quick. So basically, so when it comes to when do you allow your boundaries to be broken? It's like I was talking to somebody earlier, and they were saying that at a certain point in time, you allow your boundaries to be broken. And to me, it's like some people do. Yeah, I can't deny it. Some people do. But if your intentions about your boundaries are pure, them shits are ironclad. Like a bullet is not going to pierce through a bulletproof vest. Yes, it will. It would. Depends on the type of bullet. Okay. I'm about to say a man ain't going to punch through a steel wall. I'm not sure if it's happened before. But certain boundaries are not meant to be broken by certain things, is what I'm saying. I think my analogy is way the fuck off. If I say, man can't punch through a brick wall, I think Bruce Lee did that shit. Pay me no mind. But there's certain things that's not going to happen. A man isn't going to punch through a steel wall this thick. Ain't going to happen. Knuckles is going to fucking worn the fuck out. I mean, like, you got to realize that when it comes down to the boundaries, it's like sometimes people get so weak-minded that them boundaries get broken because those wasn't really boundaries for them. Sometimes people let boundaries down because of weakness they may have for someone else in general. So when it comes down to boundaries being broken, it comes down to how that weakness. So that's why they say, like, yo, a woman is the one thing that can penetrate a man's fortress, because like when it comes to like an empire being taken down, it normally happens from the inside. An empire is never really taken down from the outside. It's from the inside. That's pause. Definitely
Hey, yo!
it comes from the inside. And if you understand what I'm saying, like, there's nobody on the outside. If you just met somebody today, there's no way I'm gonna be like, yo, you got here's all this access to everything I got. But when a man meets a woman or a woman meets a man, they tell us, that person that can be that person. It's gonna take that time for them to build up. They're gonna take that time and build it up. When they take that time and build it up, they got information. They're relaying information. That information is gonna be out there. That information is gonna be used against you. All right. But I think that I want to save this for next week. I definitely think I'm going to save this for next week. Let's do it like that, y'all. Let me take this. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Fuck with y'all. Quick show on a Thursday night. Let's get it. Fuck with y'all. We out.